What is up, YouTube? Yes, I am eating. Get over it. So anyways, I just wanted to chit-chat and reflect a little bit on what I was talking about last night. I am eating steel-cut oats right now. TBH, I'm actually at work. It's dead right now. We just got hit with like 2 snowstorms the last couple of days. I think I told you about that. Last night wasn't as bad, but it still happened. So there it is. Like, it took me 20 minutes just to get ice halfway scraped off of my truck on my windshield. Like, it was nasty. And then I got stuck in my own driveway, so I literally had to put it in 4-wheel drive just to get out of my own freaking driveway because I thought it'd be okay to back out, but apparently the snow was a lot higher and stiffer than I thought it was gonna be, so that sucked. Anyway, managed to get out. It's been pretty slippery around town, and let's be honest, it really sucked. As you can see now, my hair is a lot brighter now that you see it in daylight. It's kind of a mess. See, I told you, it's still like very blonde, like in here, and then it kind of fades into the light, and then of course it goes in the electric teal. But yeah, it's a hot mess. I'm a hot mess this morning. I don't really care-ish. I'm having, normally like on prep I have carbs before and after my workout, but I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to be able to work out at the gym today versus at home or whatever. Because I think, like I said last night, I have my daughter this weekend, and so like it's kind of hard to figure out gym time and somebody to watch her at the same time. I'm able to have somebody watch her right now just because obviously like I made it work because this is work. This is different, you know, this is like pays the bills versus, yeah, other shit. Anyway, yeah, so I normally have my carbs pre and post workout, but I'm having just like 1 regular amount of carbs right now versus 2, because all the work it took to scrub off my truck, and shoveling the sidewalk up front, and then shoveling out back, and scrubbing the floors down in here because they were covered in boot prints with salt and things like that. It was pretty gross. Like, that took a lot out of me. So I was like, yeah, I need some carbs like right now because I'm about ready to crash. And so like, obviously, like, this is a good carb source too anyways, just because it's not like gluten and all that and whatever. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. It's a more natural carb source, we'll put it that way. Okay? Gluten or not. Rice and oats are your best bet for your carb sources besides fruits. I don't have any fruit. I think I have an apple in the fridge, but that's just kind of like a just in case measure. Like, but I have that for like peanut butter if I absolutely need it, which I actually have some almond butter here. I always try to keep food at work just so like I have no excuse, like I have something to snack on, so my oats. Anyway, I do plan on practicing what I'm going to do for my classes, the classes I'm going to teach. So I'm definitely going to need like some carbs for that. Because again, I was already ready about to crash, and so I just wanted to make sure I had some carbs in my body so I didn't crash, and also to kind of not only to replenish, but to also give new energy for when I'll need it to as well. And these are slow digesting carbs, which is nice because that means it's going to last in the system a while. Like, I literally, like, what I normally do is I'll have a carb source in the morning before I go work out. And we're just doing, like, basically most of the time it's just cardio. And then I have one afterwards like this, because it'll last me throughout the day for a good carb source. And then I'll have protein 2-3 times before I go work out at the gym. And then have like a protein shake after I work out. And then try to touch up on another like small carb source afterwards. Again for replenishment, more than anything. Other than that, like this is my good one that lasts me throughout the whole day. I keep watching the door because I see like people drive by and it's like making a flash. And so I'm like thinking like, is somebody walking up or like what's the deal? Oh, I have a feeling because of us getting blasted like again that we're gonna be pretty dead today. But yeah. So I wanted to get all the shoveling and the cleaning out. Well, the shoveling would have had to get out of the way anyways, but I still wanted to get everything cleaned up because it was pretty gross. And so I'm going to take basically the rest of my time here to get other work done that I need to get done, plus study like a motherfucker. I'm still gonna take my supplements. I am currently taking a fat burner, triple omegas, and probiotics 3 times a day. 3 pills 3 times a day. And I also try to incorporate iron because I am anemic, and bodybuilding does take a toll on your iron level. And I need to take that at night just so it digests better. And then I also need to I want to start taking a cranberry supplement again, because with all the water and stuff I'm going to be intaking and stuff like that, I need to make sure my system as a woman is going to be okay. Let's see what else. I can't think of what else I will need. And I would never recommend a fat burner to anyone that's just going on a diet. Like, this whole process is a lot more strict than just a regular diet. And if you want to call it a diet, you can call it a diet. You don't have to. The thing is that excuse me, we call it a diet because of the fact that, like, you are changing up how you eat things and what you eat, or what you eat, or just what you eat, and or what you eat. Because when I recommend people go on a diet, it's just say, hey, just like take your super fatty foods and substitute them for something a little bit leaner, and also add in healthier fats instead. Like, for example, oh, I want tacos. Okay, well, just skip the shell, put it in a bowl, and use ground turkey instead of ground beef, or at least the super lean ground beef. And again, that's a substitute. And oh, if you like guacamole, throw that in there too, because then you got your avocados, it's the healthiest fat source. So that's what I try to do, is just give other options versus telling people what they can and can't eat. I would say, like, you can't have that because you're on a diet. When people hear that, then they don't want to fucking do it, and I don't blame them. I gained a lot of weight during the winter because, let's be honest, I got lazy when it came to cooking and things like that, and I really love pizza. Like, a lot. And I could have made my own pizzas and this and that, but again, I was too lazy to cook, period. Like, that's the thing, is I just got too lazy to cook, period. I didn't want to do it. Because by the time I got home and it was super dark, I was too tired and this and that, and it's like, oh, I'll just have a slice. And instead, what it does is just screws up your digestive system and things like that, and that's the last thing you need. So that's one of the reasons why I take a probiotic. Is it's a really good idea to take a probiotic anyways, whether you're on a diet or not. Like, it just helps with your digestive system. If you have a food source that you get your probiotics from, then great, but make sure your body can handle it, because some people like, oh, I get my probiotics from this special freaking yogurt and blah blah blah. I was like, cool, but how does your body handle dairy? Dairy doesn't, having a lot of dairy doesn't do well for people with anxiety and things like that. So like, it doesn't handle well with some people in their skin. I mean, it's an all around thing. You got to really think about what you're putting in. So it's just like, all right, are you sure you can do this? Like, I would only tell people to take a supplement instead if basically the food source could actually reflect more badly on them than anything. Other than that, 90% of the time, I tell people to look for a food source that has this vitamin or this mineral in it, because that's going to react to their body a hell of a lot better. It's going to make them feel a lot better, and it gives them more options to eat certain things. Somebody's just like, oh my god, like I can have this and this and this and this. Well, oh, chickpeas are really healthy for you. They really are. But they're also loaded with a lot of carbs. So just kind of use them sparingly and make sure like you're eating them at the right time. Like, for example, I made a really great soup that had chickpeas and spinach and chicken in it and saffron. It was really good. But obviously, like, I tried to eat more chicken than I did chickpeas because I needed more protein than I needed carbs for at night, because again, it's a soup. And sometimes you gotta really watch some of that stuff too, because when you cook down foods, that's when you lose some of the nutrients. So try to keep them as green and fresh as possible. Like, if you're gonna have spinach and you're just like, well, okay, if you don't like spinach, that's fine. I don't really like spinach, let's be honest. But when I have it, I substitute lettuce for spinach. If I'm gonna have like a salad or a sandwich or something, or it's really not that hard. It's just thinking about that. But yeah, my diet plan is just altering all my macros. And I'm trying to stay away from processed food as much as possible. When it comes to like having like my BCAAs or something like that, you know, I can't help it. Like, I need that now. And of course, like I said, I do my supplements too, because I'm trying to keep like the diet down, but I'm also in turn trying to make sure I get in the stuff I need without overdoing it. And again, it's really not that much. It's just the only reason it's 3 times a day is because that's how often you eat. On average. Me, I eat like 6 times a day, but we're talking about like the major meals. How often do I take my fat burners or whatever? Just AM, noonish, evening. That's all I go about when it comes to taking any of the 3-day supplements. It's just AM, noonish, evening. So I do try to make sure I have a food source in my stomach when I do take them. It's not that it would be better or be worse if I didn't. It's just, it just helps things move along a little bit better, if that makes sense. I know I've been kind of rambling, and the next video is going to be completely different. I want to talk a little bit more about self-reflection and things that I've gone through and why I'm doing this again and all that fun stuff. But yeah, stay tuned.